setting with the
finishing
sorority. Scene. Like in the beginning, they're chasing around this girl, and they're just running around the house going sorority. Which
one
I'm
of
sure
them's chasing her with an axe.
One's chasing her with a knife.
I'm sure they all sorority girls yell sorority when they're doing stuff, but whatever.
And it was done in quick succession too, so it was like started and over with.
And you can tell that it's a flashback because the edges of all of it are foggy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's and the body that falls off the ledge is
like a total
obvious horrible mannequin.
It's the worst attempt at replicating a real live person I've ever seen in my life.
I laughed out loud when I seen that. Like I was just like, oh wow, really?
What else will we see in this movie, Ken?
You'll get to see boobs within the first few minutes. The blonde girl upstairs get the side boob when the guy calling down from the outside.
From the window?
Yeah.
That's in the first few minutes? It seems like that takes a while to get.
No, that's only in like the first 5 minutes.
No, it's because it was buffering on my thing. That's probably...
yeah, okay.
I don't know. You'll get to see Santa person dressed up as Santa. Yeah, I don't want to say
the killer. Yeah,
and a creepy Santa mask.
That's just one of their devices is Santa. He buries his victims.
Yeah, that's and then like not only is that implausible because it would take forever to do, but then once the reveal is made, it becomes even more implausible.
Well, maybe there's more than one killer,
but
maybe they took turn burying if there was one more.
I do love during that burying scene where the hand's sticking up and he smacks it with a shovel and you hear the bones crunch. I love that scene.
It's good.
You also see a guy doing what Randy does on a regular basis. He uses a guitar to get pussy. And he steals a David Hess song to do it. And he
does it very badly.
Yeah, it's not very good. You get to see...
you get to see a creepy Ralph imitator. And his name's Ralph.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's another...
Ralph who?
Ralph the landscaper guy. He's like...
No, I mean...
the Crazy Ralph from Friday
Crazy
the 13th.
Ralph from... Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay.
That's another one of the Friday the 13th connections.
Yeah, that's right.
It's eerily similar. I mean, not only is he the Cassandra character, but his name is Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love some of his lines. I wrote down, God gave us plans to give us pleasure. And then she says something about cherry pie. I like cherry pie. And then says something about Nancy. I like Nancy, too.
Yeah, I fucking love the hell out of Ralph.
He was great.
He's our first red herring.
Yeah. Which
and he's carrying around the giant shears everywhere
shears.
Too. Yep. Every scene he's in, he has them.
In the house, all that, he needs them.
He just wanders into girls' rooms in the middle of the night without knocking and shit.
Spouting Bible verses.
Yeah.
You also get to see Orville Redenbacher's grandson, and he's afraid to get laid. See that.
Spouting science.
And then, the girl that he has sex with the next day is bouncing back to the other guy.
Well, that's one of the things that Scott and I were talking about, is that,
they just
everybody does a partner
swap.
Yeah. And all the girls are
super
way horny.
And the guys are the ones that are not even worried about getting laid nearly as much, except for the guy that owns the jet. But all the other guys are just completely oblivious to the advances that the women are throwing at them. It seems like, especially the nerd. The nerd got the Orville Redenbacher guy was completely oblivious to it.
And then the kills in this movie aren't overwhelmingly impressive.
Some of them are kind of good.
There was the arrow shot, and there was the
decapitation.
Dude in the knight's armor, that was fucking hilarious while they're having sex.
I was a little, I don't know. There's a lot of just completely absurd, unbelievable stuff in this movie. When did the guy get into the knight's armor?
Yeah, we were talking about he had to plant himself there earlier in the day when no one was there. It just sat there for a long time. But there might be more than one killer, so maybe that
there's not.
Maybe that was the other.
Not.
Oh yeah, there's not.
Propeller kill with a fucking airplane propeller kill. That was fucking great. Just seeing the blood and chunks go flying
in the kitchen. The throat slice.
The throat slice was good.
The throat slice was really
It showed
good.
a gash.
The axe to the forehead, another Friday the 13th connection.
Well, I mean that. When was Tenebrae?
Tenebrae?
That was 84, 85.
No, it's 82.
But it was a way more effective axe to the head though. In that one, that was that was awesome.
Spy.
Yeah, this didn't have like Savini style effects like Friday the 13th did, obviously, but it is just kind of funny how there's a lot of similarities when they were both being filmed around the same time.
No, but when that British girl gets her throat cut in the kitchen, it is a really good effect.
And that made me so goddamn sad because I wanted to see that British girl topless.
The guy that gets his head smashed with the rock and the fucking, it just looks like the rock is full of like red paint.
That rock had red paint in the middle of it or something.
Oh, that guy got his head smashed with the rock. And the rock had some red paint in it. And that's the guy that's the guy whose body he buries. The first guy whose body he buries.
Yeah.
You get to see two people fucking on a bearskin rug.
Oh, yeah.
And I forget there was
Randy looks at me, he's like, wouldn't it be awesome to fuck on a bearskin rug? I was like, it's awesome to fuck.
Yeah, I don't
care where it is. Just not in my butt. That's it.
And there was a line from one of these, this is another thing you'll hear in the movie, and it's from one of the jocks, like one of the jock guy friends, not like the nerd, but he says, the girl says, "You're faking it," and then he responds with, "That's what my high school coach used to tell me." What? What?
I don't know. It's Freddy's Revenge or something.
Right? I'm like, what the fuck?
It's funny when the groundskeeper is found dead by the prude girl, it fades to red.
Yeah.
Like in The Burning.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think about that.
He's the guy that's carrying around the shoes.
Yep. So another, like a nod to Cropsy before Cropsy was even invented.
Yeah, I mean, The Burning was a year later, so... It's funny how the ginger girl, like, takes the detective guy upstairs and fucks him.
Just about ready to say that while her fucking rich boyfriend is downstairs, like, and it's like for no reason either. The cop just like seems to flirt with her, and she flirts back, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Yep, I'm gonna have sex with him. Screw you."
Yeah, this movie just takes the whole like the sex thing, the slasher sex angle to extremes. Like everybody's fucking everybody, and then everybody swaps and fucks everybody else, and people who get introduced into the movie halfway through fuck people.
Right. It's ridiculous.
There's a bit of nudity in that scene, I think, and then like
you get her get the shower scene where she's getting ready to take a shower, which I had to I thought this was kind of a funny joke. I don't know if it was meant to be like a joke, but the head on the shower head sounds like
the head on
shower
the shower head. Yeah, it's definitely, I think, meant to be a joke.
Ken, you're quiet over here.
Oh no, I was just listening. I'm out of notes.
Oh, that was quick.
You get the kill where the pilot guy who did we think he looked like?
Apparently that pilot guy was like some type of porn star.
Oh no, we're talking about the other guy. Looked like Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, that guy looked like Christopher Reeve. Yeah, he gets garroted while he's making out with a girl.
And it's weird because they're piloted by a pilot, but they make him like sleep outside.
Yeah, they sleep outside underneath the freaking plane.
And that kind of makes him a red herring in it.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what David Hess was going for.
Yeah, because they do mention him again later.
Yeah, she's like, "You should go get the pilot guy." He's like, "Fuck no!" It's like he must hate that guy.
And he did look like Christopher Reeve. And I think we really need to talk about what we were talking about earlier.
I'm kind of curious.
Evidently, there's a big rumor that Christopher Reeve was secretly gay.
Yeah,
and that he
outing you, Chris.
He got outed by some guy on the Howard Stern show or some shit. And evidently, while he was doing the first Superman movie in preparation for that movie to train, he went to London to train with David Prowse, who played Darth Vader in the suit in the original Star Wars trilogy. And then he played the Frankenstein monster in a couple of the Hammer films. And he was in Vampire Circus and some other Hammer stuff as well. But was Christopher Reeve getting gay with David Prowse?
Yes. It has for the story. I want to break some news.
I mean, like, there's no reason to go all the way to London to train for a movie. I mean, I get that David Prowse was a world-class bodybuilder, and
then you pay for him to come over here.
Yeah, you pay for him to. I don't know. So yeah, David Prowse and Christopher Reeve were probably gay together, and
they rode horses together.
We kind of made that connection, and it's
wow, that's funny.
Yeah, and then Christopher.
So we might,
horse.
If that ever becomes like a real thing, we thought
you heard it here first.
Yes. I got to put some of the breaking news stuff.
Another thing I would like to bring up too is Leah, the redhead. Her fucking crazy dancing at the end, like for really no reason, which I'm assuming is her just like
She
snapping
lost her
from
mind, yeah.
losing her mind
from the reveal of who the killer is.
Yeah, but I was like, because she like through the rest of like the last 20 minutes of the movie, every single time it pans to her, she's just dancing and like
dancing
singing
around with her arms out, la 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 la.
And then like I'm not gonna reveal anything, but one of the when the killer gets one of the kills.
Scott.
I'm trying to talk here. I can't. But yeah, one of the kills.
The killer kills at midnight.
But yeah, the crossbow that shoots out of the crossbow. God damn, I can't talk.
Bolt that shoots out of the
bolt
crossbow.
Let's start over. I gotta edit that out.
All right.
No way. I'm keeping that in.
All right, one of the kills that happens towards the end, the crossbow bolt that gets shot out of the crossbow. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the bolt was like 3 times the length of a freaking crossbow. It was like that long when it was sticking through the guy's body.
Yeah.
It was
more of a spear than an arrow.
it was like 6 feet long.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, wow, that dude had a huge crossbow that he shot.
You noticed the size of his crossbow.
I did.
You noted it, and you were impressed.
I was very impressed by that size.
I did not look at
it. Was huge.
The crossbow.
The score for the film.
Yeah, it was cool.
Really great.
I thought it was all right.
Super synthy 80s cheese. It's good.
Really good score.
Score time.
Yeah. After having spoken of the score, time to score.
Yeah.
Let's score.
Scott, it's your fucking movie.
No, it's actually his. I scored Christmas
Yeah,
Evil.
Ken, it's your fucking movie.
I'm going to give it a 7. I thought it was a valiant effort by David Hess. I don't know if he directed anything after that, but being part of the horror scene, I don't know. They didn't have communities or fucking... They didn't have what horror does now.
Right.
But he was in the scene. He was casted as that, so he wanted to do his own take on horror, and because he's involved in it. So I thought it was a good effort. I don't. Like I said, I don't think he directed anything after that. There was some decent cinematography. There was a transition that me and Randy pointed.
the one.
Yeah.
Through the leaves.
Where the guy's like
the blanket.
The guy and the girl's like horse fucking playing.
Yeah, they're playing grab ass through the woods.
Yeah. Then it just pans over to.
It transitions through the leaves to the three of them having the picnic on the blanket. Yeah. I thought that was really good.
It was stylistic. It was nice.
It was really good.
And
the guy, you can tell that the guy was more than just an actor. Like he was an appreciator of the art film. Les Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.
I think I'm gonna mirror that because this was like a fun slasher that I really had no idea about at all.
Yeah, I didn't. I Googled Christmas movies a month ago, and I was like, oh shit. I remember years ago, like when I remember when he died or whatever, and I was like getting like just watching videos on him and stuff like that. I remember that he did direct a horror movie, but I didn't think of looking it up for some reason. And then we were doing the Christmas one, and so I Googled. That's how I found it. I was like, oh, I'm definitely picking it because David Hess is fucking the shit. So
yeah, I'd never seen it before this. I was familiar with the cover art.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with any of it.
The cover art, it doesn't match anything in the movie.
Not at all.
It looks like an alien.
I was saying, it almost looks like a ghost story to me.
I thought like I was like thinking if it matches the cover art, then the Santa's gonna pull off his mask and it's gonna be like an alien, a blue alien.
that would have been ridiculous.
Stupid, yeah.
Randy, like in fucking Without Warning or something.
Oh god, that movie.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
But yeah, this was like all around fun. Pretty well paced. Like there wasn't too much.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a lag at the end of the second act or whatever, but it clips along at a pretty good pace throughout.
That's like because I liked all the characters, even though they were like slasher fodder for the most part, but they were all like kind of funny in their own way, or just like terrible in their own way. But I kind of enjoyed that with them.
Yeah. It looks like it's pretty readily available on Amazon.
Oh, nice. I might have to pick this up.
Yeah, I definitely plan on buying it. I liked it a lot. I liked it more than both you guys. God, I don't want to give it like too high of a score, but I'm going to give it at least a 7.5.
Nice.
I could see. I mean, I'm torn.
I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to enjoy it more, at least with the next couple of viewings. It was well acted. I didn't think any of the acting was bad.
The beginning when it was just all the girls was kind of quirky. I guess.
Yeah, but they all play their characters really well.
Yeah, but
they're all good actresses.
They'd tell a joke that wasn't funny and they'd laugh at it. Which we kind of touched on that earlier. We're comedy snobs, so.
Right, yeah.
Well, comedy is subjective. Like, each person has their own
but
sense
if
of
you've
humor
been
to it.
raised around it and